Council tax overhaul. Who pays the price for reform? Council tax, a significant expense for many households, is facing potential changes that could significantly impact some homeowners. With the Chancellor's budget approaching, concerns are rising about a possible shakeup that could lead to substantial increases in annual bills. The backstory. Rachel Reeves, having scrapped plans to raise income tax, is now exploring alternative measures to bolster public finances. One idea on the table is a mansion tax, targeting owners of high-value properties in England. The proposed changes, several scenarios are under consideration. One proposal suggests doubling the council tax on properties in the top two bands, G and H. Another approach involves revaluing homes in the three highest tiers, F, G, and H, and imposing a surcharge on the top 300,000 properties by value across these bands. The controversy. These proposals are likely to face strong opposition from those facing higher bills. The Financial Times reports that Reeves is under pressure from backbenchers to scale back her plans, especially in areas where the impact would be most severe. Regional differences. Council tax is a devolved matter, and the figures mentioned here apply specifically to England. However, any changes implemented by the Chancellor could influence similar moves in other parts of the UK. Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland have their own systems with varying bills and bandings. Understanding council tax. Local authorities rely on government grants, business rates, and council tax for funding, with the latter covering approximately a quarter of total spending on services. Rates are set locally, but annual increases are capped at 4.99% for councils with social care responsibilities and 2.99% for those without. Council tax is applied to residential properties, with cash increases determined by the property's band, which is based on 1991 property values. Back then, Band D homes were valued between £68,000 and £88,000. While Band G properties ranged from £160,000 to £320,000. The highest Band H covers properties above this range. For newer properties, the Valuation Office Agency estimates their 1991 value based on similar homes in the area. However, these valuations are outdated, as house prices have skyrocketed since then, particularly in London and the South East. This has led to criticism that the council tax system exacerbates inequality. The need for reform. The current system is widely criticized for its unfairness. The Resolution Foundation has called it a dog's dinner, highlighting the issue of outdated valuations that allow wealthier areas to charge lower rates. The Institute for Public Policy Research agrees, labeling the system outdated and regressive. Regional inequality. The northeast of England, for instance, is the highest paying region, with typical Band D properties facing annual bills of £2,425, significantly higher than Greater London's average of £1,981. This disparity is due to historical decisions made by local councils over the years. The double rates proposal. One of the simplest ways to raise revenue is to double the council tax on Band G and H homes. This move could generate an estimated £4.2 billion in 2029 to 30, according to the Institute for Fiscal Studies, IFS. In a local authority with average rates, Band G and H properties would see an additional £3,800 and £4,560, respectively, in council tax annually. The impact? While the goal of making council tax fairer is widely supported, Tax Policy Associates estimates that over 3/4 of the additional revenue would come from Band G households, as there are more properties in this price range. This means families in homes valued between £750,000 and £1.5 million could see their council tax double, resulting in an average increase of around £4,000. The wealth factor. The IFS notes that the highest value properties today may not be in the highest bands, as these bands are based on 1991 values. This means that properties in areas like London, where prices have increased dramatically, are underrepresented in the top bands, while properties in areas with less dramatic price increases are overrepresented. The mansion tax alternative. A separate proposal reported by The Telegraph suggests a £600 million mansion tax. This would involve revaluing 2.4 million of the most valuable properties in bands F, G, and H, and charging a new levy on the top 300,000. This policy would significantly affect London, where a large proportion of high-value properties are located. The debate. The mansion tax represents a significant shift in property taxation. Resembling a wealth tax, it would impact homeowners differently, with those who bought properties a generation ago seeing substantial increases in value, while more recent buyers may have paid more due to higher stamp duty bills. The bottom line, the proposed council tax changes have the potential to significantly affect homeowners, particularly in certain regions and price brackets. While the need for reform is evident, the challenge lies in implementing changes that are both fair and politically feasible. What do you think? Is a council tax overhaul long overdue, or is it a step too far? Share your thoughts in the comments below.